Hey guys, today we have a fantastic video. We have some great news that just came out, and for those who don't know, I'm going to catch you up to speed. So, Call of Duty has been on a mission to save their player base, and it is not working out. The player retention is down, the player base has left, the store bundles are not being bought, the battle passes are not being bought, and it's pretty evident that Activision is doing everything in their power to bring back the player base. And one way they're doing that now is bringing back Verdansk. Yes, Verdansk is coming back, and Verdansk won't save the franchise. It won't. It's too far gone at this point. And it would be not in our best interest as the Call of Duty community to hand Activision a win right now while they're fatally wounded. They are fatally wounded when it comes to actually making a good game and actually having the consumer show it on the charts. And what I mean by that is they are going to cancel Warzone if this update doesn't turn out the way they want it to. And it needs to go our way. One more time. This is it. This is like the final battle here, guys. If you are a multiplayer player in Call of Duty and you have been waiting for Warzone to go away, this is your chance. Don't download the game. Don't download Black Ops 6. Don't scratch the itch. Don't play Warzone. Don't play Verdansk when it comes out. Verdansk is going to hand them a win if it boosts the player numbers. And we're just going to get into a little bit of a hypothetical here, right? I just uploaded a video called Black Ops 2 Remastered Could Be Real. And my hypothesis or my synopsis on that video was basically, we only have gotten one remaster of a classic Call of Duty. I mean, classic, like one of the best. And I also mentioned in that video, before that remaster announcement came, it's only one game that's been remastered. Before the announcement came, we never thought we would have a remaster of a classic Call of Duty up until that point. It took so long, and it's so long of begging and pleading with Activision to finally remaster one of their games, and the only time they did it was when they got a terrible, terrible amount of dislikes on a trailer. Like, we're talking about the ratio was abnormal. It was one of the most disliked videos in YouTube history. And when that happened to them, they released, a multiplayer, which was Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare Remastered. And it was only a multiplayer with the campaign, and it was emphasized on old school Call of Duty. Now, if they are going to get rid of Warzone, they're going to have to release something alongside, the next multiplayer game. And the way it worked in 2017 was they had a game already coming out and they couldn't make a new one. So what they did was they just remastered the old one. They have a game mode, right, like DMZ, that they're just going to get rid of. And it's got such a huge chunk of the player base that was there in 2020, and although the chunk of the player base that played in 2020 left, majority of it, some of those players are still there and they're diehard Warzone players. But most of those players, if not casual, they started somewhere along the lines of Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2, maybe even Modern Warfare 2 or World at War back then, before the 2010 era. So it's kind of like you're either an OG player or casual, but either way, you've experienced the old Call of Duty games one way or another at this point. And you could kind of tell which games are fluid and which games actually have some passion and which games don't. In the Modern Warfare series and the reboot, you just destroy a whole bunch of Russian missiles, and that's basically it. But then you look at 2011 Modern Warfare 3 campaign, and you're fighting the Russians in New York City. So, I mean, there's got to be a way to get back to it and cater to both player bases. And if Warzone is not cutting it anymore for them, I can't imagine what their move would be with the GTA 6 releasing in the same year. And, if they do get rid of it, I don't see a world where they can't, replace that revenue. They're obviously going to release something to replace Warzone. There's no way they're just going to get rid of Warzone because it's not working out, right? They have to do something to bring back the player base. And if Verdansk doesn't cut it, Verdansk is, man, it is a very good map, but I don't think it's going to do it. Especially with all the bugs and stuff. Like, if there's no way that you could make the gameplay fluid like it was in 2020, then it's a waste. And that's why I think it's not going to work out. And if it doesn't work out, I can only imagine what they're going to replace Warzone with. It can't be a DMZ. It can't be another Battle Royale. Battle Royale is kind of expired. Even when it comes to Fortnite, you know, people are playing in the creative mode with different things and stuff, or like doing different build fights. No one's really focused even on the Battle Royale part of it anymore. And it's kind of outdated. It's expired. And so one of the core loyal player bases that have always been there is the multiplayer side. We've been there for over 20 years. And we've been treated like shit because of the Warzone game mode. It's that simple. We need Activision to see we control everything and not them. We hold the cards. We hold the cards. Not Activision, we do. And it's got to be something that's fixed.